Everyone. Today I'm going to tell you an interesting story. The story is about a witty school teacher and his naughty pupils or students. The name of the story is Feast for the Rats. Now, before I start with my story, let us know something about the person who has written this story. This story is written by the famous Rabindranath Tagore. Rabindranath Tagore was born in the year 1861 and he died in the year 1941. He was also fondly called Gurudev. He was a Bengali person having wide ranging knowledge who reshaped his region's literature and music. He was the author of Gitanjali. He became the first non European to win the Nobel Prize in Literature in the year 1913. Tagore wrote poetry as an 8-year-old. His novels, stories, songs, dance dramas, and essays spoke about a wide range of topics from politics to personal. His compositions were chosen by two nations as national anthems, the Republic of India's Jana Gana Mana and Bangladesh Amar Shonar Bangla. You must also have heard about his story, the Kabuliwala. Now, before I start with my story, let us get familiar with the characters of the story. The main character of the story are five schoolboys. Now, these schoolboys used to stay in a boarding school. A boarding school is a place where you study and you stay also, and you only go home for your vacations. A Sanskrit teacher, the mango seller, and the school secretary. Now, as I told you, that these boys used to stay in the boarding school. Now, they were returning back to the school after spending a beautiful holiday in their home. So, as they were returning, they were very sad and they were discussing about how wonderful were their holidays. Now, while they were discussing, in order to change their mood, one of the boys said that, "Do you know about the new Sanskrit teacher that is going to come and teach us?" The boy said, "No, we are not aware of this. You know about him? Okay, tell us more about him. What is his name? Do you know his name?" The boy said, "Yes, I know his name. His name is Kali Kumar Torkolonkar." "What kind of a name is that?" And everyone started laughing loudly. One of the boys translated it in Bengali and said, "Kalo Kumro Tolkalonka," which means black pumpkin, red hot chili. So everybody started repeating black pumpkin, red hot chili. And everybody started laughing at it. Now the train stopped at the Adkhola station and an elderly gentleman entered their coach with his belongings. He had a trunk with him and 3 earthen pots. Now, as soon as he entered the coach, the boys told him that please go away somewhere else. There is no place for you to sit here. The gentleman said that don't worry, I will not bother you. There is no other place in the train and I'll adjust here. I'll sit in one corner and I'll not bother you. And after adjusting his luggage there, the gentleman asked the boys, where were they going? Where were they headed? The boys replied, "To take care of somebody," and started repeating, "Black pumpkin, red hot chili, black pumpkin, red hot chili." The old man inquired, "Who is he?" They replied, "He's a Sanskrit teacher." So the old man said, "You don't like him? Why? What is he like?" The boys replied, "We don't know. We haven't seen him yet. He's new." And then suddenly the train stopped at Asansol station. The old man got up and went outside for a walk. As soon as he went outside, the three of the boys started looking at the earthen pots. After a while, the train started moving and the old man entered the coach. As soon as he entered, the boys told him, "Please go somewhere else." The old man asked, "Why?" The boy said, because the coach is full of rats. The old man was astonished. He said, why? The boys replied, the coach is full of rats, and see what the rats have done. And when the old man saw his earthen pot, they were lying down, and the content inside was no more. The earthen pots were filled with sweets, and now they were empty. So the old man replied, oh, the rats must be hungry. And he was very calm. The boys were surprised to see the old man so calm and composed. They were expecting him to get irritated and to shout and yell so they could have enjoyed him. But the old man didn't lose his temper. He was very calm and quiet. The train was moving and all of them were chatting. Soon the train stopped at the Bardhaman station. Now everybody got down because here they had to change their train. So as soon as everybody got down at the station, the old man said that, okay, I will sit somewhere else and I am not going to bother you anymore. But the boys insisted that the old man sit with them. He said, no, you please sit with us. We like your company. You sit with us. The old man first resisted, but then he said, okay, fine. You all go and sit and I'll come. As soon as the train started, the old man entered the coach and his arms were full of different sizes of food packets. He distributed the food packets to the children and said, now the rats won't go hungry, they can have a feast. The boys smiled. Soon a mango seller came inside their compartment and the old man bought mangoes for all of them. As they were talking about different things, the boys asked the old man where was he going and what was the purpose of his visit. The old man replied that I am looking for a job and I am a Sanskrit teacher. Oh, that's wonderful, replied one of the boys. Why don't you teach at our school? As it is, we are not going to allow the black pumpkin red hot chili to enter our school premises. The old man said, what if the school secretary does not approve of me or does not like me? Then what will we do? The boys replied, he has to like you, otherwise we all will leave the school. And the train was moving. Soon the train slowed its pace and it reached the station where they all had to get down. The boys saw that the school secretary was waiting on the platform. They were a little shocked on seeing the school secretary on the platform. As soon as the train stopped, the school secretary entered their coach and he came near the old man and he touched his feet and said, welcome, Mr. Tarkolonkar. We are so happy to have you here. The boys were shocked and surprised. They were traveling with their Sanskrit teacher all the way around and they were not aware of it. So children, did you enjoy the story? Now what do we learn from this story? The most important thing that we learn from this story is that we should not judge a person or his character without actually understanding him completely. The boys, before meeting their school Sanskrit teacher, had formed an opinion about him, which they were wrong at the end. So we should not judge a person without meeting that person. We should be soft-cornered even to those who are being rude to us. So I hope you have enjoyed the story. Thank you. Stay home and stay safe.